Hello, welcome to RC Video Reviews. I've got a real simple test today. I'll explain why I bought this later, but for now, this is a 24,000 milliamp hour booster. And I want to find out if it actually has 24,000 milliamp hours worth of capacity. The way I'm going to do that is I'm going to run it through this Toolkit RC charger to a pair of 10,000 milliamp hour 4-cell batteries that are connected in parallel. And I'm not going to run it at a high amperage rate. That's not important to me. All I really want to understand is capacity. I've got my voltmeter plugged in. You can see that the booster is set at 100% and my 10,000 milliamp hour batteries are discharged down to about 3.75, which is about 35% of capacity remaining. So about 65% can be placed back in. The objective is to simply transfer power from here to here and to find out how much capacity this actually can deliver. We're going to do that because the charger can give me a milliamp hour readout when it's done. So I'm going to start the charge at 14 amps only. That is about a 200 watt limit, which is what the DC output has on this particular charger when you don't bridge the two main interfaces together. And that's fine. I don't care really that much about the amperage rate. I just want to count the milliamp hours transferred from one to the other. So I'm going to start the test simply by highlighting start, and I have my peak voltage set at 4.2. We'll hit start and we'll start charging. We should see that jump up to 14 amps pretty quickly, and then we'll start charging. Also notice this thing starts at 16 volts. They say this is a 12 volt charger, but it starts out at 16 volts. So I'm going to stop talking now. We'll let this run. I will speed it up during post and we'll see how it does. Well, there we go. 3,270 milliamp hours went back into my 20,000 milliamp hour LiPo battery pack. And I'm going to call that an unmitigated fail. This is way overstated. Definitely not a 24,000 milliamp hour battery. And right now it won't even turn back on. It says 13.46 volts, so it can't be completely dead, but the indicator, the power supply indicator, won't even turn back on. I'm going to plug in a USB-C cable and see what happens. Look at that, 17% with only 3,270 milliamp hours put back in. Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty nasty overstatement on specifications. Not even close to 24,000 milliamp hours. Well, the only thing left to do is take it apart. Here are the specs on the back of the battery. It says right there, capacity 24,000 milliamp hours. Shameful. Peak current 2,500 amps. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think I'd be looking for this thing to deliver 2,500 amps, that's for sure. Well, since this is a fail and this is definitely going back, I want to let you guys know that my original intention with this was to set up a field charging system that I could take out when I just want to fly my quads and I only want to fly kind of a light day when I don't want to necessarily be out there with a full complement of batteries, you know. That was the idea. And this is not going to do it. This is not going to do it. I'm going to need something more substantial than this. So 3,000 milliamp hours, I mean, that's nothing. You're barely going to get a pack or two charged with that. All right, here's a look inside, and I don't even need to tear this apart to tell you this is not a 24,000 milliamp hour battery. First off, let's start by taking a look at a LiPo. Here's a 10,000 milliamp hour LiPo battery, and that thing is at least twice the size of the battery they've got inside. Fine, maybe it's an 18650. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cells. The max they can have is 10 cells in there. 3,500 milliamp hours is the largest 18650 capacity you can get right now. So 3,500 milliamp hours in series by 2 is 7,000 milliamp hours. This thing only put out about 3,700 milliamp hours. All right, at the end of the day, this Biuble battery pack is not 24,000 milliamp hours. At best, it's about 7,000 milliamp hours. And before all the electricians come in and start talking about watt hour density, let's just be real clear about this. If I discharge this to 75%, I should be able to coax at least 18,000 milliamp hours out of that. I got a sixth of that value. So regardless of whatever marketing mumbo jumbo is out there, this is not an accurate representation of what this device is. It's not 24,000 milliamp hours. For that reason, it's going to go back, and I'll keep on searching for a lightweight solution that will let me create a field charging system for just a light day at the field. Keep an eye on the channel for more information, and if you like this kind of content, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when new material hits the channel. That's all I've got for today. Take it easy. Hey, if you like the work I do here on RC Video Reviews, please consider joining me on Patreon. For about the price of a cup of coffee, you can help me keep making videos just like this one. If you'd like to help out, there's a link in the description and on your screen.